Hi guys, what is happening with you? And this is DragAnnoy here, and we are going to do watching some dragons, like real actual life dragons. And here we go. Guys, sorry about the advert. But hey.
Dragons have been a part of the mythical or lit content, and scientists believe that this ancient creature floats.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and we're trying to hit 50 likes. My cousin, yeah, he's got 30, where I've got 21, so we're going to try and beat him, and he's got 30 videos, but let's keep on doing this and try and beat him.
Floated from tree to tree using these dragon-like appendages. The official name of the age-old animal is the Ambortrex longobrachium. I know, sounds pretty complicated. The animal, which lived during the Jurassic era, had wings that would be compared to those from bats, and proved to scientists that some dinosaurs evolved very differently than others, and these ones in particular were apparently capable of some form of flight. When the fossil was found in 2017 by a local farmer in the province of Liaoning, it was remarkably well preserved. There were even feathers and remnants of soft tissue with the fossil, leading some locals to believe that this in fact was the remains of a real dragon. So before we're able to move on, we've got to show you this image that appears to be one of the most dedicated pieces of proof that real-life dragons may have actually existed. Check it out. This big dragon head and claw can be spotted on the ground next to some water, and there's even some hot steam coming out of the dragon's nose. Do you think this could actually be real? Or is it simply some machine or another staged event? Let us know your best guesses down below while we climb back into today's countdown. Leafy sea dragons. We'll turn our eyes towards a very unlikely place to find your typical dragons, but one that houses one of the most majestic looking creatures on the planet. We're now in the waters of South and East Australia, and this leafy looking fellow right here is called a leafy sea dragon, and according to some animal experts, this is one of the most camouflaged creatures on Earth. Adorned with several leafy shaped appendages literally all over its body, this creature looks exactly like the environment where it lives. Seaweed and kelp are overabundant where the leafy sea dragons roam, and their appearance make it very easy for them to blend in with everything else around them. Now, these guys won't be breathing any fire or fighting off any Lannisters or Starks like they did in Game of Thrones, but they will feast on sea lice as it's one of the easier meals in their neck of the woods. One interesting fact about the leafy sea dragon is that although they may not have had any natural predators in the waters, they did have quite a nasty bout with human beings back in the 90s. Apparently, in the early part of that decade, so many divers were capturing these creatures in order to simply keep them as pets. In fact, the numbers for the creature were depleted so much from humans swiping them up that the Australian government put a complete protection on them, making it illegal to fish them out of the water. The numbers have since increased slightly, even though pollution and habitat loss have damaged their overall numbers as well. Flying dragons. Up next on our list of real dragons that were spotted in real life, we've got a creature that is mysteriously named Draco volans, which was translated meaning flying dragons. Found in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, it is here where the mythical realm of flying reptiles meets the genuine, actual realm of real-life reptiles. Now, to be fair, these little guys of which there are more than 40 recognized species, don't actually fly, though they do have flaps of skin on either side of their bodies, similar to wings, which they can use to glide more than 50 feet per trip when they jump from tree to tree in the dense forest. And while they don't breathe any fire that we know of, insects like ants and other small bugs definitely should fear the Draco lizard. One cool fun fact about these little dudes is that in order to escape predators, they jump down from trees and mimic falling leaves in order to escape detection. Now, it's no secret that the dragons of Daenerys on Game of... I'm not sure how that compares to one. See one in real life. Next up, you have a chance to meet the blue dragon. and this could quite literally be one of the most beautiful animals on the planet. And of all things that it could be, this little dude is actually a sea slug. Now, while the towering winged beasts in Game of Thrones appear to be about 40 or 50 feet long, at least this little dude is a mere inch and a half long. Instead of coasting through the open skies, the blue dragons float in the warm waters near Australia, and they can sting their potential prey with a powerful venom that gets put into the victims through their tiny wing-like appendages. But I mean, just look at this thing. Is it not one of the coolest creatures you've ever seen? And the fact that this is a real animal is all the cooler. Dragon skull. So far today, we've just seen modern day animals that may or may not have been birthed from the mystery of the gigantic dragon. But this next clip displays something that, according to some, could be the only known fossil of the mythological animal. About 6 years ago, this massive skull, who many have claimed could be the skull of a real-life dragon, was found in the United Kingdom.
Guys, I'm not going to give it away at the moment, but if you want to do it, it's in the corner and stuff. I may give it a link in the description. But guys, I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll see you on the next one. 1 second.